I wanted to take a bit of time to go over the research paper assignment as well as the research paper topic proposal, which is due this weekend. One of the reasons that I wanted to take some time to go through this assignment is that it is a research paper, but it's a slightly different research paper than you've probably written before. So you can see the assignment for Thursday is a lot of reading because I want you to be sure that you're familiar with the project's requirements, and then you will be working on your research paper topic proposal. So I'm going to go through each of these things to give you a little bit more insight. So this research paper is called Read This, Not That, Write Your Textbook. And you can see we'll be working on this project for the next 3 weeks, roughly. Because it is a big project, it's a 2,000 word essay that includes at least 8 sources that we haven't read this semester, representing at least 3 different genres. So this research paper asks you to explore literature, what it means to you, by kind of creating an ideal textbook for yourself. So this assignment, I ask that you first identify a theme, issue, or event that is important to you that you believe more students should learn about. Then I want you to imagine that you're working on a new edition of the textbook for our class and have been asked for suggested readings. Your job is to complete research on your chosen subject, ultimately recommending at least 8 specific interrelated texts for inclusion in the new edition of our textbook. So, unlike a traditional research paper, you won't be writing about something from kind of an analytical point of view. This is still a persuasive essay, but you're trying to persuade your readers that this topic should be covered in English 102 and that the readings that you have chosen are the best representations of the topic. So, for example, if I wanted to write about one topic that I think is really important that more students should be aware of is perhaps bullying. So my theme for my paper would be bullying, and then I would find different genres, different pieces of literature that discuss bullying in either fiction, drama, poetry. You can do some nonfiction, so maybe you have a couple of articles about bullying that you want your students to read. But predominantly, we're exploring here different pieces of literature and how we could incorporate those into our class. So you'll see that the assignment here is fairly thorough. I've given you some formatting guidelines, which this is kind of an outline, so you can work on this. And later in a couple of weeks, you'll see we do have an outline coming. So this outline will help you a little bit with that, but that's in the future. So you can get a good idea of how to go about your project. You see here the assessment guidelines, and this is worth 125 points because this is our biggest project of the summer and requires a lot of time and a lot of different components, which we'll be working on in pieces. But I want to ensure you, or I want to be sure that you clearly understand this is not an essay where you will be doing a lot of digging in the library databases, because you will be trying to find different pieces of literature to include in your essay with at least 3 different genres. So we've covered genres thoroughly. We've been talking about them all summer so far, and we know that there's a wide variety of different kinds of genres. So there's lots of choices for you to choose from. So I have provided 2 sample essays for you. So this student wrote about drug and substance abuse and included a variety of different kinds of writing. A chapter from a fiction book would be here she's got a piece of fiction, or excuse me, nonfiction about statistics related to drug abuse, a poem, another fiction short story. So you can see here this looks slightly different, and the purpose of this is slightly different than other research papers you've probably read. written and read probably. So that gets you to the assignment that's due this Sunday. So this Sunday is your research paper topic proposal. So please read the research paper assignment sheet before beginning, review the sample essays. So the topic proposal is an abstract of at least 150 words that identifies the topic of the research paper, answers the questions below, and mentions at least 2 specific works that you have found during your initial research. So once you've committed this topic proposal, you will be bound to that topic until the completion of the research paper, barring any unexpected circumstances that might force you to change with my permission. So once you have a topic in mind, what overall theme do you have in mind? So what's your theme? What's your event? What's your issue that you think students should learn more about? Why should students in English 102 read more about this topic? What are at least 2 literary works that you found so far? So these pieces should be literature, poetry, fables, drama, short story, plays, all those kinds of things. And then how do the readings you've found so far connect to each other? So this assignment seems fairly straightforward, but I wanted to give you some time to think about what topic you want to work with, since you will be working with this topic predominantly for the rest of the semester, or the rest of the summer, sorry. So I want to be sure that you have a good theme in mind. And for some of you, you may already know exactly what you want to write about, and that's great. And some of you may need a little bit more time. So this is the assignment that's due this weekend. Also, as you start your initial research, I would encourage you, once you finish your topic proposal, to go ahead and look ahead in week 5 and look at the research paper annotated bibliography assignment while you are doing your research. This I will cover more extensively next week, but an annotated bibliography helps you gather your research and keep track of it. So as you're starting to do this process to write your topic proposal, it's a good time to get started with the annotated bibliography because you're already doing the research, and it will be less work for you to do next week. So I would encourage you to review this information and get started on that once you've completed your topic proposal. And I will be giving feedback to everyone. Sorry, my dogs just started going crazy because they heard a noise. So if you hear them in the background, I'm sorry. I will be giving feedback to everyone about their topic proposal ideas once the due date has passed. So if you have any questions about the research assignment, about your topic proposal, please feel free to contact me. If you just want to bounce ideas back and forth to see whether your topic would work well, I'm happy to help you brainstorm as well. So if you have any questions or just want to talk about your topic, let me know.